Hello everybody, it's Terry here. Today we're going to learn an up-tempo ragtime song that I wrote called Tender Charms. You may have seen the recently released video starring you-know-who, and you may have checked out some of the fun merch, the shirts and the mugs and the hats. Today we're going to learn the song in its entirety. This is the Advanced Guitarist Instructional, so if you're a beginning guitarist and you want to learn a more simpler version, I will link in the text to the tutorial that has the simpler version. Alright, let's get going. I will play you a little section of it so you can see what it sounds like. Sun's light in your eyes, the colors had me mesmerized. It's all part of your tender charm. Needless to say, I fell right away, and over time I grew to crave all of your tender charm. Forever all I wanted was you. Every night I close my eyes and fly away in dreams and roll around all night thinking of you. So that's what it sounds like. So in this song I am playing all alternating thumb picking. So when I start, I'm plucking the C on the C chord, I'm plucking the C root, and I'm plucking the G and the C on top. And then my thumb is alternating between the C and the E, so it's going. And then at the top, I'm playing the melody, which is where I go. So it's jumping from the, it's coming down on those top strings. So it's playing the G and the C first, and then it's playing the E, the C, and the G again. Then a pinky I'm going to add on the 3rd fret of the G string, so that I'm plucking the 7th note with the 1st finger, and keeping the same pattern. So it's. Then we're jumping to the F. Now when I switch to the F, my thumb is alternating on the bottom 2, on the E and A string. And we're going to pluck the melody, which is the A note of the F, with the 1st finger. And then follow it by pulling down those top notes. And then again the melody with the 1st finger. Always with the thumb going. That's the tricky part. And if you want to learn that, easier way to learn that, you can check the tutorial on my site. So far we've got. Then we come back to the C, and we do a half partial figure, and then we put in the thumb where we are muting the string. So we're. Now you can do it without the muting. Doesn't sound that much different, but for some reason I like to put the. It adds to the tension of the moment. So we've got that as the first section, and that is all of the verses are exactly the same. So it's going to sound slow. It's going to sound like this. Last C, I'm alternating with the C and the E, and then we're mocking a G with the little line, and then finishing up with the C. And now we switch to the bridge, which is the 4 of C, which is F, and we're going to be doing the alternating finger picking again with the thumb. And we are going here, we're going, then we're going straight back to the 1. So we're just doing a straight picking of this one. So the thumb and the 1st finger are playing the 2 notes, the F and the A, and then the alternating finger pick, the thumb pick, and then the other fingers are following down with the notes of the chord. Twice, and then we jump back to the C in the same pattern. And then I like to put the piece in the first two verses. I like to put in the bluesy, this is a C, and you've got this, which gives it a kind of a funky, sad feeling in this case. And if you do your bar C, and you make it a seventh, where you move this one note down a whole step to the third fret, it gives it that funky sound, that bluesy sound. And in this case, I like to swing it up on those three strings only and accent that bluesy sound. So that's going to be a slide from the third fret on the G and B string up to the fifth fret, and adding, the pinky adds the A sharp on the E string. So it's going to go, all I ever wanted was you. Every night, same pattern for the F. I fly every night, I close my eyes. And then we're going to the E major 7. E major, move the 1 down a whole step. E major 7. Fly away in dreams. You use the E7 when you want to, it's a little blocky if you go. It's a little funky, so I put the 7th in there. It gives it a dreamy quality. And the same thing when we jump to the A minor, which is the relative minor of C in the key. If we take that 1, that A, and move it down a whole step, all of a sudden it doesn't sound so hard as a minor. It sounds as a 7th chord, much lighter. So we come down and we go, all I ever wanted was you. Every night, close my eyes, fly away in dreams. So those two chords, fly and close my eyes and fly away. It's the same pattern. This time I'm doing the alternate on the E and the D, fly away, and following with the notes of the chord. Same thing with the A. The A alternates between the A string and the D string. You can just practice that. That sounds neat. All right, so then after the A minor 7, we're coming to that D7. And you can fingerpick that. That's a really old, you know, there's 100 country songs that used to. Anyway, that's the D7, and so we're going to play it. And if you're having trouble with the upbeats, because the upbeats are what makes it funky, if you play it in straight beats, if you're just going, it's straight timing. It's the upbeat. Up. Those are the ones that make it sound like the real picking. That's where, when I was learning it, I remember I had trouble with that. I was trying to play it in downbeat time, and it wasn't sounding right. And it was when I finally figured out that half of those notes are on the upbeat. That's what makes it sound right. So in this case, we're going to hit the D, and then we're going to hit the A on the E string. We're going to hit these 3 here of the chord, and then we're going to spell them out. Then we're going to go to the G, and we're just going to strum it down. I like to strum it down. Then we're going to add a little comedy relief and slide up from the F. and then that's it. Then we come back to close the figure with the C. Same figure again to the 7th, the F major, the F minor, back to the C. And that's it. The arrangement you can see from listening to the track on the website or on YouTube. And I'm going to make a separate video for learning the solo to Tender Charms, because this video ran out a little bit longer than I expected. I wish you all luck, and I thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much. I hope you get out and use your Tender Charms.